If James Gunn says that this is one of the best superhero movies he's ever seen, we should all be worried about the future of the DCEU. The Flash is in theaters, and I have some things to say. This has been a divisive movie. Some people hate it, some people love it, which is literally the definition of divisive. Why did I put that in? That was stupid. Anyway, a lot has been said about this movie. I don't need to rehash everything that you've read and heard 300,000 times. I just want to take a couple minutes and talk about some things that matter to me. For instance, everybody's talking about the multiverse aspect of the movie. And rightly so, that's the whole thing of the movie, right? But should it be? I mean, we've got two Spider-Verses, both of which were excellent, by the way. You've got all the Marvel, it basically started with Endgame, right? And now literally every single Marvel movie and TV show has to deal with the multiverse. And now DC, aka known as Marvel's Shadow, they've got to jump on the bandwagon. I mean, enough already. We've got enough multiverses. And everybody's arguing about the time travel because every movie has a different theory on how time travel works, right? You got the Marvel movies where if you go back and change something, you make a whole new timeline. So now we've got millions of parallel timelines. In older movies like Back to the Future, you go back and change something, it changes your present. Same timeline. In this movie, I guess you have different timelines, but they cross at different points. I don't know. It's all getting confusing. And everybody's arguing about which one makes sense and which one's stupid and which one... You know, guess what? Nobody on Earth knows how time travel works because you know what? No one on Earth has time traveled. So until you invent a time machine and you go back in time and change something, then you can come tell us how it works. Anyway, that's been talked about tons. I'm not going to talk about that. Just like nostalgia, that's another example everybody's talking about. Because that's the thing nowadays, right? It seems like every Hollywood movie uses nostalgia as this cheap gimmick to get gullible Gen Xers like me in the theater. Well, you know what? I'm sick of it. I want more than that. Here's the problem with the nostalgia in this movie. It's not Michael Keaton's fault. He did an excellent job, and everybody's praising him for how easy he fell right back into his old role. The problem is, it undermines the whole point of the story. Flashpoint, which this movie pulls from, was a story in the comics where Barry went back in time because he's got things in his childhood that he misses, right? So he goes back to his childhood to get these things, but the hard lesson he learns is now that he's got it back, it's not the same. The magic is gone. Well, that's exactly what they did in this movie. You bring back this favorite Batman, right? And it's great. Oh, look, there's his suit. Oh, look at the Batwing. Oh, it's over the moon. Oh, he said the thing. But the problem is, as good as the actor did, it's just not the same. The magic is gone. I want to show you a clip from the movie, and this illustrates my point. Watch this. I don't know. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. You see what I mean? It's not the same. Magic is gone. It's like the people that made the movie didn't even pay attention to the movie they were making, and they didn't even learn the lesson of leave the past in the past. Batman even says the line in the movie, "Scars are what makes us who we are." Leave the past in the past. Watch your own movie and learn the lesson you're trying to tell all of us. Anyways, like I said, tons of talk about nostalgia online. I don't need to go into it. Oh, the CGI, that's another example. What is going on with CGI in the 2020s? It all looks so bad. It's like they forgot what the point of CGI was. The CGI is supposed to look real. We're not supposed to, as viewers, we're not supposed to watch the movie and be able to point out the CGI. I thought maybe in this movie it was on purpose. When I saw the babies at the beginning, I thought, oh, they want the babies to look fake because they don't want anybody to accuse the movie studio of putting babies' lives at risk, right? But then why does the rest of the movie, no, it's okay. It was supposed to be like that. The director said so. This is his quote. "We are in the perspective of the Flash. Everything is distorted in terms of lights and textures. We enter this water world, which is basically being in Barry's POV." End quote. come on. Barry's POV? So what, are you saying Barry watched the whole movie and so now we're seeing his point of view of the whole movie looking like garbage? Come on. Hey, guess what? We've already seen the Speed Force in Zack Snyder's Justice League. The other one doesn't exist. And you know what? The Speed Force in Zack Snyder's Justice League looks awesome. People don't look like rubber. This is just a lame excuse. This is the equivalent of somebody tripping and then pretending to tie their shoe.
What?
Anyway, it's so bad. Everybody's talking about the CGI. I don't need to go into it, so I'm not going to talk about it here. There's two things I want to talk about. The first one, I'm not going to talk about because, frankly, I feel like the subject matter is too dark and serious for this channel. And it's all about Ezra Miller and the accusations against him, his arrests. I mean, frankly, if any other actor did the things that he allegedly did, that actor would be canceled by now. But Warner Brothers needs this movie to be successful, right? They need to make money, so they want us all to sweep his alleged crimes under the rug and pretend like it didn't happen. Well, guess what? I don't like that. I don't like it. Anyway, but I don't want to talk about him. And he's so annoying. The way he plays this character, I don't know how people can sit there and watch him. He's so annoying. And then when you see the second Barry, he played that one even more twitchy and annoying. It's so hard to watch. No, what I want to talk about is the vulgarity. There's this trend with superhero movies, where they're increasingly having more and more profanity. What is the deal? These superhero movies should be made for kids, but they're not made for kids. They're made for grown-ups and bad parents. And I don't need to see Ezra naked. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about. It wasn't all bad. It had its moments. A lot of people like it. If you liked it, that's fine. We don't have to agree. We can have our different opinions and we can still get along. This is just what I felt about the movie, but what do I know? I'm a film twit.